Hello friends, today we are going to discuss the topic teaching of prose. So let us first understand the meaning of prose. Prose is the ordinary language used by people in speaking or writing which follows the basic grammatical structure. And in prose, words and phrases are arranged into sentences and paragraphs without any rhythm as like in the poetry. Prose and poetry are two different forms of literature. The nature, aims and methods of teaching prose are very much different from those of poetry. Or we can say prose appeals to the head whereas poetry appeals to the heart because there is no rhythm in the prose. Or prose is for information and knowledge. According to Coleridge, prose is words in their best order. Prose includes prose lessons, short stories, novels, biographies, plays and dramas, essays and articles, etc. Now let us discuss the aims of teaching prose. There are some general aims and some specific aims. Let us first discuss the general aims. Teaching prose helps in the habit of reading for pleasure, or it develops the habit of reading for pleasure, and to develop the ability to write independently, and it also makes them read prose intensively and extensively. In the next slide, we will discuss the meaning of intensive and extensive reading. Teaching prose also helps the learner to add to their vocabulary. It also helps in the improvement of pronunciation, and it makes the students interested in English literature. These are some general aims of teaching prose. Now specific aims. Specific aims depends on subject matter, whether it is story, essay, play or biography or any kind of literature related to the prose. Like story develops the power of imagination. Essay enables the pupils to arrange the idea in a systematic way. Biography acquaints the pupils with the lives of great men. And play provides pupils the opportunity of self-expression. And these all enables pupils to feel the language to derive enjoyment and recreation. So these are general and specific aims of teaching prose. Now let us discuss the types of prose reading. Two simple main types also are there, like silent reading and loud reading. We all know silent reading and loud reading. Now let us discuss intensive reading and extensive reading. Intensive reading is detailed study of the lesson, and objective of intensive reading is linguistic rather than literary. Here the careful reading of grammar, words, ideas and expression are there. Here the learner tries to understand anything and everything. I am stressing on everything. So learner tries to understand anything and everything contained in the paragraph. Now what is extensive reading? Extensive reading is non-detailed study of the lesson, and its objective is to develop rapid reading habit, and there is no need to explain the meaning of each and every word. Here the reader is concerned with getting the overall meaning or idea of the passage. Here the reader is not to bother about detailed language items contained in the paragraph. Now let us discuss the steps of teaching prose intensively. Teaching of prose aims at comprehension by the students, that is understanding by the students. So in teaching prose, the following steps are suggested. First is introduction. Here the teacher introduces the lesson to the students. He tells something about the lesson and something about the writer in a very simple English, so that he can create the proper environment for teaching. So first step is introduction. Second step is model reading by the teacher. Here the teacher gives model reading of the prose paragraph to be taught. In doing so, he takes care of correct pronunciation because the pupils learn through imitation. So, teacher has to take care of correct pronunciation. Then step 3 is explanation of difficult language items. Here the teacher deals with the difficult language items contained in the prose paragraph. Teacher also teaches the difficult words by using different methods of teaching vocabulary. Now next step is silent reading by the students. Here the teacher asks the students to do silent reading of the prose paragraph. But for this, teacher prescribed the time limit. Next step is solve the problems of students. Now after silent reading, the teacher asks the students about the difficulties in understanding the prose paragraph and the problems of students are solved. Then next step is teacher asks comprehension questions. In this step, a few comprehension test questions are put to the students one by one. And teacher also enables the student to give the correct answers. For this purpose, teacher may give hint or any kind of guideline for giving the appropriate answers. Last is homework. Lastly, the teacher gives some homework to the students. He may ask them to use the vocabulary items in their sentences at home, or he may ask them to write answers of the comprehension test questions. So these are some steps of teaching prose. Now here I want to tell you some important points to be remembered. First is, as far as possible, exercises should be done orally first, and then these may be written by students in the class or at home. Next, before correcting the written exercises, teacher should encourage the students to correct their own mistakes as far as possible. And one more point here is that common mistakes should be listed by the teachers for remedial exercises. Now, let us discuss the steps of teaching prose intensively. First step in this step is introduction. Here the passage is to be read by the students should be carefully introduced in the class with the help of appropriate questions and necessary statements by the teacher. Here some suitable illustrative aids may also be used to serve or to arouse the interest of the students. Next step is explanation of difficult words. If there are any unfamiliar and difficult words in the passage, they may be explained beforehand. The students are expected only to read the passage for a journal comprehension. Now, third step is reading. The students are now asked to read the passage silently in a given time. It is the same step as in intensive reading. The students read the passage silently in a given time. They should not take too long to read it. Teachers should also help the pupils in understanding a word or a phrase if someone approaches him to seek his help. Next step is comprehension questions. The teacher now asks the questions prepared by him to judge if the students have understood the meaning, and he should encourage the students to make answers in simple English and may correct their answers where necessary. Next step is discussion and summarization. The students may now be asked to reproduce the passage briefly in their own words, and they may be asked to write or express their views orally on the passage read. The teacher may also help them to draw morals and lessons and give a central idea of the passage. So, for extensive reading, teacher has to plan the lesson carefully so that he can help his student to cultivate the habits of library reading. Extensive reading is also known as library reading. And this is also an important means of developing the reading power of the students and improving their command over the language. And extensive reading is also very much helpful in increasing vocabulary, and it also keeps the whole class busy and active and also helps in assimilation of ideas. But unfortunately, in India, no much emphasis is given to extensive reading. There is lack of extensive readers too. So, proper attention must be paid towards these facts, and a judicious place should be given to extensive reading in lesson planning. So, this is all about the teaching of prose. Thank you.